Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geek. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, my shirt tells you everything you need to know. It's your boy Rail, got Cuz in the building. We got Eugene Gray, aka BJ. We out the name, BJ. And then of course we got BA, man, back again, man. Listen, guys, you guys are into the geek culture, geek content, all them good things, movies, television. You're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Join us here every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning, y'all. We're about to get ready to talk about some Spider-Man stuff here pretty soon. And y'all know Spider-Man comes out for some tomorrow. Okay, cuz. So tomorrow, Thursday and Friday and all that stuff, man. So you already know. Yeah, hit them likes. Like I said, join us here, guys. And if you have any questions, any comments, guys, addressing any of the topics that we bring up on the show, add that to the comment section. And we'll address those towards the end of the show. All right, fellas, we can get into a little bit of news here. Before we get to all those, though, there was a show, or should I say, a movie that dropped. Was this weekend? When did it come out? Thursday,
Friday
Friday
morning.
morning.
Friday
Okay.
morning. Yeah, it's like 1 a.m. or so.
The Aang, the Avatar movie drops. So we're gonna talk about that. Get the guys' thoughts on that. But you already know, man, whenever we talk about anything, movie related, anything like that, and show related, we kind of give you guys a warning. All right. So before we start any talk of this movie, spoilers. Yes, sir, man. Listen, we're gonna be talking about Aang, the last Avatar, man. That movie just dropped. I want y'all to check this out, fellas. I bet y'all didn't even know about this. Did y'all know Aang debuts at a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes? Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm gonna get y'all's thoughts on this, man. Let me see. BJ, did you watch it or no? Of course you did. Cuz, what's your thoughts on the Aang movie, man?
Nah, it actually deserved a 93. Even if just an initial. So I started watching it before we did the show on Saturday. Flew in, got back home and everything. So I had started watching it, and it was like, I think I got like 20, 30 minutes in. It was like, oh, okay, this is a lot better than what I expected. I thought it was just going to be all right, but got through, and then once we finished watching it, it was like, yo, it was a legit fun watch. I remember we talked about it, and I saw the ace range that they had him going, but I think it was actually with that particular age, it was perfect for what he went through dealing with that guy. Being able to also deal with the because he was being corrupted with the spirit side as well. And I think if he would have been older, essentially like more wiser, I don't think it would have had the same effect for him. So I think that the age range for him for this particular movie was really great. I gave it to them of late for between this live action show and this movie that they've been in their bag when it comes to the Airbender. I know we went through that stretch where it's like, ooh, it's not looking promising. But these two, between the show and the movie, they've actually been in their bag really well. Yeah, but yeah, it was great action, great. It was a fun watch. Definitely did think that there will be a chance that they will end up growing or having more airbenders. But then it got to the point where it's like, nah, it's gonna have to make that sacrifice, and he did. But just overall, it was a fun watch. It was a lot better than what I expected, to be honest. What you got, BA?
Yeah. This was totally different than what I was looking forward to be honest with you. I'm not
in a good way or bad way.
In a bad way. I'm not a big supporter of this movie. And it's a couple things at play. One, I think the animation was a bit off for me, especially that everyone else was fine. I'm not even gonna lie, everybody else was fine. it was Aang, and he was the main issue that I had a problem with. The reason why I had a problem with is because like they still kept him with his baby face a little bit, and it gave me a lot of what's that Family Guy when they when Stewie would kind of grow up, still had the same head but on an adult body. This was similar to that. And I'm like, well, why did you choose to go that route when we already seen like a more adult version of him from Korra? So maybe de-age that version a little bit more instead of this version to be like an adult kid in a sense, right? So that was my first thing. Second thing to me was the amount of crying a 20-plus-year-old kid or adult was doing was extremely too much. Like every single time Aang was crying, I'm like, dude, like eventually you kind of gotta kind of be a man and just like just understand the situation and just deal with it, right? He's not 12 anymore. He's not 13. He's like they said, like he's plus 20. Like he's
like 20
an
something.
adult. Yeah, like what we doing here? 3. I ain't know I was on 3. All right, I got a lot. Yep.
Dang,
3
okay.
is like he kept saying like like there's no more avatars. I mean, there's no more airbending, so on and so forth. Bro, you 20 plus, right? Katara is probably one of the hottest things out here in these streets. Go ahead on, start making some more airbending, baby. What we waiting on? You have it within your loins to not be alone anymore.
Actually, I will. Well, I have something to say about that, but go ahead.
4, and it's I think they tried to combine a lot of stuff. I think this is supposed maybe this could have been a season, so they said we're going to condense it within a movie, similar to Mandalorian. So I say that to say they had this denial group or whatever that almost killed the Avatar. Like he was almost done in the initial scene, right? In the opening scene. So it's like they seem formidable. Let's explore them a little bit. Nah. Next time you see them, they was going through the storm or whatever the case, and here we are with they was his henchmen, Taga's henchmen at the end of the day. I'm like, I ain't like I still don't know their purpose. They was trying to find it. Well, how do they know information about the staff or whatever? Like what happened? Like where's their sources? They must know some significant sources to go this far as well. So maybe they would have just flipped up and said that Taka was this almost mythological being of a man, and they're maybe his disciples some kind of way. You know how when you look up to deities and things of that nature, although he was a regular guy, maybe that was it, because he was special in the sense, the fact that he learned how to, he was given the ability to airbend as a mortal, as a regular person in a sense. So so maybe he could have had disciples along the way that still looked up to his teachings and stuff like that, knowing I gotta find him. I don't know where he's at. I believe he's still alive. That kind of thing would have been more. I understand that plight versus what they were doing throughout the. So like, where did y'all get this information from? Zuko was absolutely unaspiring to be a Fire Lord, a nation leader, and to be a tertiary character on this journey. I'm like, yo, you the Fire Lord, dog. Like, what? First, you shouldn't even get your tail kicked like this, first and foremost. But even still, it was just like, you're more mature than everyone else because you had to be, right? Everyone else is just kind of doing their own thing. They're trying to build a republic city. I'm not knocking what they're doing, but Zuko is he's the leader of a nation. Like he's the head dog. So the fact that he's just going out here doing these little side missions with the Avatar. Oh no. You need. I'd expect the backup. I expect, like, why y'all letting this man go do all these things by himself? He don't get no more solo missions. You are the Fire Lord, bro. You don't do that no more. I guess that's that, right? Qatar was great. Toph was, like I said, another secondary character that was barely getting lines. I didn't like that, but I get it, right? Not everyone can have lines in a 90-minute show or whatever. And I think that's about it. The ending was okay. I'm okay with it. Sokka, oh Lord, jeez. My man was cracking jokes during the storm, trying to drive this, trying to navigate the ship. I'm like, yo, he wasn't doing that in season 3. Like he had a lot of serious moments, and he wasn't necessarily the comical figure as he was up until that point. Especially when it was in all out war against the Fire Nation. Like he wasn't joking. He may have made us maybe a line or two, but he wasn't like laughing and a smile on his face. He had a smile on his face trying to navigate the ship that's going down into the plunging to his death. Nah, man, that was it. So it was a lot of that going on, and it's just I think there was a bit off place. I think they just didn't know what to do with the age range. Like, yeah, they're 20 plus, but let's keep them as a like slightly older than what when we last seen them. Well, you can't do that because if anyone's going through a war type situation, that hardens you to the point, pause, that it gets to the point where it's those like now that you're in your 20s, like you're not a 12-year-old kid anymore. You've been through war. Like they was in a full out like worldwide, you know what I mean, multiple elemental war, and they made it out by the skin of their teeth at that. Like he had to go to full avatar state, put the thumb on the forehead and all that stuff. Like that changes you. And now you're crying over the littlest things now. Like, nah, man, we're not here for that. So I didn't like it. I guess after all those things, I definitely thought it was I had high hopes for it, and it to me it plummeted for me. That's just me.
BA, tell us how you really feel. Listen, one thing when you said to make the Avatar babies. So if y'all went back and watched Korra, there's a reason why that he can't just up and make Avatar. I mean, airbending babies. That's why there's no airbenders in the world. Korra had to go back and try to open up a connection with the spirit world so that the spirit world could give the people of Earth the ability to airbend, which is why all of a sudden in the show, a ton of people all over the world was able to start airbending. That's where they came from. So, but to that point, that staff was the only thing that they could use to bring airbending back to the world or whatever. And so that's why that part was important. I hear you on what you were saying, BA. There now the movie, when I seen it in whole, I like the movie as a whole. But the thing is, I can see why it went straight to Paramount. I can see why I didn't go to the movies. It felt like one of those, you know what I'm saying, hour-long Nickelodeon shows or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying, like a Nickelodeon special. It's what it felt like. So when I watched that, when I seen that part, it's okay. That's the first thing I said when I started watching it. I said, okay, I see why they sent it to Paramount. And on top of that, I think it was like, I don't even think it was a full hour and 30 minutes. I think it was like less than an hour and 30 minutes, probably like hour and 20 minutes or something like that, or 15 or something like that, or whatever it was. And I'm like, yeah, I can see why they didn't send it to the movies. The action core scenes in the movie were fire. I give them that. The fight scenes and everything were some of the best, man, of Avatar. Like with Aang, he's been Avatar, I think, for 10 years. So I kind of see what you're saying, BA, because I kind of said that a little bit to myself. I'm like, for 10 years, you should have picked up on something. You should be a you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things you should be used to or whatever, right, at this time. Like, once you jump into the Avatar, say, should nobody be able to touch you then? You know what I mean? We've seen other Avatar before him jump into the Avatar states when they were seasoned and all that stuff and put in work, right? We saw flashback scenes of other Avatar doing that or whatever. And so I'm thinking, like, okay, with this, I'm like, yo, who gonna touch this dude if he's 10 years into his job as a Avatar or whatever? But we saw what happened. A lot of this, like you said, Republican City, they were starting to put Republican City together. Like I said, if y'all watch Korra, y'all know all the stuff that's happening here is kind of leading up to what we know was happening in Republican City. The fact that there is a group of people who don't have powers, who hate the people who do have powers and are trying to destroy them or get a leg up. Literally, all of that leads up into what happens in Korra.
That's true.
And so that's why I'm kind of. Oh, what was it, Jay?
So you saying on Paramount there's a place called Republican City? No wonder I didn't watch this.
Two different ones, big J, two different ones. But yeah, no. So a lot of that was leading up to because a lot of questions. I think we even said BA when we were talking about those flashback scenes they have in Korra, where it's like you see that group and stuff, but it was bloodbenders and all that stuff. They were kind of part of a group also trying to, take over and all that type of stuff and destroy what they were building there for the series. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Oh, what would you say?
Why didn't Korra just bloodblend him?
It's bad.
I mean,
he was killing everybody. Someone Tiger. He literally killed everybody except for her. Like they were dead. Just think for a second. He killed everybody, and she had the ability to bloodbend because we seen it on season 3.
Mm-hmm.
So where was that? Did you forget you know how to do it?
Hold on, did she do it again after she learned how to do it?
I thought she stayed away from it.
I did too. I thought, am I tripping? I gotta go back and watch Avatar again.
I do gotta watch season 3 over again.
I thought she stayed away from it after that.
Sometimes you gotta pull things out that you don't normally need to pull out because you haven't faced something like this. That's one shot. He was one shotting people. He did his little and letting it go.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, this dude here. I'm like, man, like you said, he was taking the whole squad out, bro.
It reminded me of Frieza with the finger, the death beam.
Like he was doing that gust of air out of his finger and hitting you right in your heart, bro. I'm like, God dang. So I forgot they did. Yeah, you're right. He technically killed everybody. And if it wasn't for like whatever that water was near the temple,
spiritual water.
Yeah, spiritual water. Yeah, they would have been out of there. So yeah, bro. Like so supposedly, I don't know about y'all, but I don't know if y'all heard this, but I know they're talking about they supposed to be doing other like spinoffs and all that type of stuff and more stories of Aang. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I think
they'll be getting older.
Yeah, probably get older, or maybe they touch on more adventures of around that age range or whatever the case is. I think they're gonna try to do more stories with Aang moving forward. Now I know they got the new one coming out. Was it Seven Haven? Supposedly she's supposed to be the next Avatar after Korra. She's an Earthbender, I believe. Yeah. So I think that's because it goes fire, air, water, and then I think Earth is next. So so that's gonna be interesting. I'm of course gonna watch that, see what that's talking about. But yeah, I think some of the creators and stuff were saying that they're gonna probably still do more stories with Aang. Because I'm with you. We've been wanting to do Aang's story when he's a little bit older. You know what I'm saying?
You know what this is like, right?
What's that?
He's almost mirroring Anakin. Like I say that to say we've been wanting to see Darth Vader to be prime Darth Vader, and they kept showing the end of Vader. They showed the beginning him as a kid. We never got like a movie of Darth Vader being Darth. We got like a snippet, and that's it. That's what we're saying here, and I think that's my expectation. That's why I think I'm like pissed off a little bit. It's because he ends a certain way because I see Korra, so I know he dies, right?
Yeah.
And I saw the beginning, and just like you said, once you get into the Avatar state from other avatars, like they supposed to kick tail, like extreme proportions of tail. So it's like, where's Aang's version of that? Like, when is Aang going to get down to that level? So they can keep, I guess, giving us a little bit here and there, pause. But I kind of need like Aang to be full out. I'm the best Avatar like ever
of all time,
of all time, and just have a moment of dominance, and that's okay. Like it's okay to see a popular character show his dominance from just a little bit. Geez, like he died in the Avatar state. Like, what are we doing?
Was he Avatar state?
I think he was. That's why he was saying, "Yo, it's too late. I don't want to die." Like it's not. It didn't. She brought him back.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, he was about to be gone.
Cause I was sitting there. That was the one thing that got me. You right. When he was going toe to toe with old boy, he was in his Avatar state. And I'm like, so they tell me this dude that powerful. He hanging with the Avatar.
He was hanging with the
Avatar state. He throwing all kind of different elements at him, bro. Dude just weaving air to the chest. It's like, wait, what? So I was like, okay, it's a movie. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let see where this goes, right? That's the one thing that did get me. I'm with you. Like I was like, yo, ain't no way in the world this dude supposed to be. You 10 years in, you fight. I understand this guy supposed to be a pretty powerful airbender or whatever, but that's only one element. You control all 4 elements to like the nth degree. So, no, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. Let me get y'all's Kaioken ratings on this movie. All right, cuz what's your Kaioken rating on this movie?
I give it a 9. Like I said, it was a good rating overall. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Just because I don't drag stuff down, like I can actually enjoy it.
You're right.
I sat there, I watched it, I enjoyed it. I plan on watching it again, so
Hey,
I
brother,
give it a rating that
I'm
says
not
I
mad
will
at
watch
your
it
rating,
again.
sir. I'm not mad at it.
Hey, I about to say, he
I'm
ain't
gonna
on the
rewatch it. Like I said, I watched the first 15, 20 minutes of it. We did the show. It's like I hopped right back in and started watching it. If I wouldn't have liked it, I wouldn't have went back to finish it. I already just stopped it right there. You had the same option to stop watching
It's my
it.
turn.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
6.5. 6.5.
That's somebody. That's somebody height. You talking about 6'5"?
I was gonna say that's my height. What you talking about?
What you talking about, BA?
6.5, man. I think they could have did a lot better. I think they rushed it. Maybe this could have been a 2-parter. Once you know that it wasn't going to the movie theater, maybe try to make it into a 2-part thing. I think it was missing some legs. Give it a little bit more legs, get a little bit more story, a little bit more background for some characters, and I think it'll have been a little bit better. But no, this is to me, this is bad.
I'm gonna give it an 8.2. Because I'm in the middle of both you and Cuz. Like I said, it did feel a little rushed. I did say it did feel a little rushed, but the action and stuff kind of drew me in. Just kind of going back to that world was intriguing again. There are some things I wish they could have changed up a little bit. If it was going to be a movie, they should have been, like I said, it felt like a movie that's going straight to DVD. Is what it felt like. So like I said, I wasn't surprised by them not sending it to the movie theater. I was like, okay, that's the first thing I said. I was like, okay, I see why it's not in the movie theater. But like I said, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm just hoping that they're gonna go this route. They kind of changed up some things. If they decide to go, the Aang route, you know what I mean, like really flesh that story out, because there's a lot you can tell between this movie and what happens at the beginning of Korra. There's a lot you could tell. You know what I'm saying? Like we always talk about all the time, the flashbacks to show you like, yo, you kind of interested, like, dang, what really happened between this time and this time or whatever, right? You can really do some storytelling. Because do we know how old Aang was when he died?
I think 40 something.
Damn.
I think. Yeah, because
so around the time of those flashbacks we saw on Korra.
I think so. Let me don't call. Let me double check on that.
Okay, while you doing that, but yeah, I give it like an 8.2, man. I found it pretty entertaining. That's one thing, like you saying, cuz that's one thing they ain't gonna let you down with Avatar. Anything, the action gonna be fire, man. So yeah, they're gonna definitely hold it in the bargain on that.
66.
Mm.
Well, technically 166.
Well, yeah, but regular time, so 66. Okay, I don't know. I thought like maybe he died like 80 or something like that. Do it say how he died?
Okay. Long-term damage just caught up with him. I don't know what the hell that means.
Probably all the battles and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah, and I think Korra had definitely spoke of, Zuko and Aang coming together to reshape the area,
the nation,
the nation that they're in. So it was like, I guess that aspect of it, coming from the real live version, when it's like Zuko heavy because they're going through the seasons. So it's like, you see Zuko as a main character in a sense. I'm not saying that he should have took over this film, but it was just like to have him pretty much,
like
play the fifth role. I was like, nah, man, this is Fire Lord, dog. So yeah,
it's funny you said that, BA, because now that I'm thinking about it, when you said that, he didn't have a lot of speaking parts.
No, him and Toph played the extreme, like no roles. They could have just showed up to the Fire Nation, say, "Hey, dog, we need to borrow a ship," and he would have been like, "Cool." Boom, give him the ship, same amount of speaking lines,
I was just
now
about to say same line.
it would have been just fine. It would have been just fine. Just tell him, just don't have him in the movie. And I would have been like, okay, they just chose another route because they can go through a whole nother movie on probably of people feeling him, people not feeling him because who his father was, who his sister was, and stuff. So I get that part, but nah, man, it was they left a lot out there.
No, I agree with you on that because remember Top put that work in the very beginning of the movie. Remember?
That practice.
Yeah, bro. Her metal bending got so strong, bro. She just throwing them suckers at everywhere. Y'all saw that? I'm like,
it scooped them all up.
She was using like Iron Man gear. The way she was, strapping it up. I said, okay, Toph.
So who want to be a metal bender? They just jumping out of nowhere. She throwing metal at folks. Just here, wrap you up, get out of here. Like you said, she wrapping up metal like she Iron Man. I was like, God, that's it. What Top is cold. That's cold, boy. But yeah, let's turn the page here, fellas. We got another thing to talk about here. This show dropped episode. What we on? God, 6.
That was 7. 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was about to say, BA, don't scare me like that, BA. Don't scare me, bro. Because I'm like, yo, don't tell me that was 7. What was your thoughts on this though, BA?
Hey man.
Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers, y'all.
Extreme. The opening scene.
I knew you were going.
Let's just go straight there, because it opened it up, Paul. So that's one thing. I understand. I understand that we can't curse on the show, and I respect that, bro. I respect that. There's a lot of things I'm going to say that I will bleep out because when this show has a way of
hold on, good way or bad way?
Both.
Okay.
This show has a way to draw you into the character, and then you don't see certain things like coming until it's over. So you know Christian Cole was going to meet his demise. You know it was coming. Like you felt it. He felt it. He literally called it like a death watch, like a death march in a sense. Like he was going to some place to have a glorious battle. It's similar to Achilles, like you're afraid to do something. That's why no one will remember your name. Shout out to Troy. Like he really wanted that type of glory to die in battle, and y'all want to remember my name throughout the years and generations and the ages to come. Like I am him. That's how he was saying it. That's how he was presenting himself on the last episode. So you go from the last episode to the beginning of this episode, and he still has a moment of greatness. Like, hold up, man, something ain't right. Let me go kill these dudes and like, yo, we here. And then they realized what they was up against, right? Great battle tactic, by the way, to act like you're dead.
That's new. I ain't seen that one.
That was tough. And then they seen the army, right? And it's like, it's over. We cannot beat this. So even at the last possible second, shout out to Troy once again. Hey man, me against y'all two. We gonna see what happens. Everybody ain't got. And then it stops. And this is the second time they did this, right? Because they did it with Jace early in the season.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you didn't. He went down, and if you didn't read the books, you didn't know how he was going to end. But if you read the books, you were like, "Yo, something's about to happen." But they had you like thinking like he's going to be okay. Boom, arrow 1. Boom, arrow 2, 3. Right. So fast forward. He in this situation. And he's trying to find a way out, and I'm giving him credit on trying to find a way out, but it was too much, too little, too late. One to the chest, and it just stopped. You heard it. It was right, like the sound just, and it was all you heard was an arrow.
Sound like a
boom, right, and then the next one came, boom. I said, "Dog, it's over, dog. It's over." And then I think he gets shot in the neck. For that third one in the book.
It's the In the book, yes. It was stomach, chest, neck.
Yeah, it was like, nah, for the scenery in the street, for the cinematic value of this, they gonna put it right there below the eye. And then I was like, get it. up out of here. Like it was like get him up out of here, son. Like it was so refreshing, man, to get him up out of here. This was like in the world of Game of Thrones, from multiple different series and stuff like that. It's a lot of people that died, and some bad, some good, some all around. This is definitely top 3 of most satisfying ways to go. They didn't give you your way out. You didn't get your glorious battle in which everyone has a battle. Everyone fights some kind of big battle. Not you, sir. You will not be remembered whatsoever. So
all right, I'm ready.
Kudos to them for letting them just get it out the way early. Then I was on cloud 9 for the rest of the episode. It could have been one of the worst episodes of all time. I was already here. I was already here. So for that alone, it gets a high standard. But as you go along, you realize Damon, like, come on, dog. Dressing up as the Gold Cloak, finding one of the supporters or one of the people that's taking out all of them, snuffing him. That was an excellent scene. My man Aegon, you know what I'm saying? Aegon still holding it down, still finding ways to be relevant. But his time is going to come again. We're waiting on that. I mentioned last week. It needs to be Queen focused because that's what they're doing. She didn't have a big joint to this. She didn't have an epic type of monologue or anything, and it was okay. It was okay, other than the fact that I got the perfect person to go get Aemon out there. You his mother. You go out there and you go snuff him, and then come back, come back because I'm gonna watch your little daughter over here, making sure that she's not, going off the whales or whatever the case. But Rhaenyra knows that she's a dreamer, right? And when you're in this world, certain people, I mean, that's just like a fortune teller in a sense. So she's not going to kill her off. Why would you kill off someone that could possibly tell you the future? So that's something to watch for. See where they go with that. Yeah, man. And shout out to that one scene with Ormond and the cousin, man. the high tower people, or whatever.
Trash, boy, trash.
He looked at him and said, "Yo, you not who you say you are."
Brown hair.
Stuffed them all, right? And Ormond ain't do nothing. He just sat there. I was like, "Yo, you're not getting into the fight enough."
Boy, he do all that talking like he cold.
Yeah,
boy. I was like, man, trash.
Yeah, he trash, man. I felt the same way on that one, dog. I was like, yo, you're not gonna do nothing. And he didn't. Right, all he did was like kind of throw up because of the scent and the smells and stuff. Which Rhaenyra probably told them to, walk through some piles of crap along the way and stuff like that because he can't take it. But yeah, man. All in all, very satisfying episode. People died. Famous, iconic characters. He's now iconic for the way that he died. So shout out to Christian Cole. You served your purpose. Remember who character? Yes, you are.
What you got, cuz? Don't be crying because Christian died, man.
It was upsetting that they didn't say that last part that no songs will remember you. I was hoping that they would have said that just to put a little icing on it. That's what it was in the book. Where you at? I had stopped there a little bit bit after.
You read along with the show, with the episode.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, staying close with it, just to be able to see like the details and things like that, which is pretty fun. But yeah, it was when it hit that part, it was like finally.
It's about time.
And this is what I was talking about, BA, when I said that they keeping it close to the spirit. Like, it's not detail to detail, but they hit a lot of the major points of it so far. One thing that I was wondering was when they were going to start having the throne to cut her. I have been wondering that, and they started doing that because it's once it starts cutting, it's a bad omen that you won't last long. Yeah.
Yep.
So they started having that detail. And so it's like, And then you have Corliss at the end. That one actually hurt. So because you had the son that had like his moment with him, basically asking him for help as far as Valerian men, and Corliss is like, "You want more from me?" Or she wants more from me, and it's like, no, it's actually coming from me, and you're on her side. Well, yeah, she's the queen, and even though she didn't give you a name, like, well, you didn't give me my name for how long? When he shut him up. That quietness is like he been wanting to say that for a while. Like he said that. So that was a good part of it. Being able to get back at him. But yeah, just overall, yeah, it was a good strategy when it came to the guys freaking dead to attack. Had that in the book because they slow walked it. They did it what 3 times, I think it was, in the book or something like that, just to lull them to a sense of security and then attack them. I forgot their name. The Gray Wolves, I think it
The
is.
Greyjoy.
Yeah, like the old men, like they are a beast. Like they're like it's winter, so this is what we're supposed to get ready to die.
The ones who killed Christian and them.
Yeah, them
Is that the
like
Tullys?
no, they're from Winterfell. I think they're like Grey Wolves or something. I forgot what they call them.
Greyjoy, I
But
think, ain't they? Because that's what's her name was in the in Game of
Greyjoy
Thrones.
is the fleet.
it's
The naval guys.
yeah, I think these are like Grey Wolves. I thought they were the Grey Wolves from
So they
Winterfell.
Starks. So they Starks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Starks, but they're just they're like in the daylight or the twilight time of their life, so they just want to die in battle, essentially. But I like them. But yeah, overall, it was just crazy to watch. But yeah, the for her to send Allison, it's like, yeah, you go get him. Go do what you're saying. So see how that goes with that.
Appreciate that, Pluto.
Oh, Greybeards. Oh, Greybeards. Okay, appreciate that. But yeah, it was just crazy with it. But yeah, now that the throne is cutting her, it's like that's the detail I've been waiting for. What you got, Big J? Oh yeah, my bad. You don't watch them dragons? My bad.
No, what was I about to say? Yeah, bro. Listen, Sir Christian getting it. I wonder why they changed that detail though. How he died, because in the book it was very detailed on how he died. Like you said, one in the belly, one in the breast, and then one in the neck.
Yeah.
And I wonder why they said 2 in the belly, then went straight to the face. That was like you said, BA. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Some things just look better on camera, dog.
That was absolutely a camera time.
That was cold blooded, bro. I was like, oh, okay, that was satisfying. Thank you. Get him out of here. Next, you know what I mean? So, that was I was ready for that one. I didn't think they were gonna kill him that soon at the beginning of the episode. Like that's what got me when it was like him and his guys. They'd say, they're fighting off those guys that pretend like they were dead.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of already had that sense like, yo, something about to happen.
Yep.
And next thing you know, you see the guys coming over the hill. It's a big old army. It was surrounded, and their plan was to get Sir Christian and his guys in the center. That's what they end up doing. Yeah. So then I think once they everything got cleared, it was on like 5 or 6 of them left.
Essentially,
whole crowd just came up and just hit Christian first, then he killed the rest of them or whatever. So yeah, I'm with you on that. There was something that one of y'all said that I wanted to kind of elaborate on a little bit more.
Allison.
So bro, Allison got it. Well, cause I can't ask you ain't got to that part yet. But I was gonna say, is Allison going to what's they gonna kill Allison? Aemon kill Allison?
Spoiler.
Sorry. No, you know what I did want to get on? Ormond is trash.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember we were sitting there watching it, and when those guys came in, I remember when they came in or whatever, and his cousin realized it was a trap or a setup or whatever, and he started attacking. You heard Ormond talking about, stop him. What is he doing? I'm thinking to myself, like, hold on. You're supposed to be big and bad. All this, all that, or whatever. Your cousin is the one who spotted him from the jump, and you didn't catch that, Mister. I'm a perfect at chest and all that stuff. We should have knew this dude was a fake when that little kid beat him in chest.
Mm-hmm.
We should have knew then. I'm thinking like, oh, okay, kid just got like you said, got lucky or whatever, whatever. Bro, that was like a sign to show you, man, that dude ain't what I think he is, bro. Because he seemed like he was all confident. He had everything under control. He was like 2-3 steps ahead of everybody and all that type of stuff. And then something like that comes in your room, like 7 dudes or whatever it was, and it's like you didn't catch on to that. Your cousin kind of looking at him sideways, like, hold on, what's going on here? Something ain't right. Hey, no. What's the name? The Baratheons had this and that and this or whatever. He's not a Baratheon. He's like, so how you didn't know that, Mister? I'm 2 or 3 steps ahead or whatever. And so he one of them guys too, BA. Whenever he die, we might be celebrating. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't wait to that dude, dog. He trash. And another thing too, I like how Darren knows his uncle is trash. Well, not his uncle, his cousin. He know his older cousin is trash.
Oh yeah.
The guy. So when he was like, man,
he's trying to get up out of there.
Yeah, like, man, don't
leave me here with him, man.
Yeah, don't leave me here with him. He said, yeah, man, you in good favor with him. We said, no, I'm not. So you know how this works. He said, you gonna make you king. You know I'm not gonna be king. I said, what? I said, I like this kid right here.
Mm-hmm.
Smart, boy. I like this.
Yeah.
Bro, he feel like he don't even fit in his whole entire family, bro. Like he like an outlier or something. He's like, bro, how you got sense and everybody else in your family trash? You know what I'm saying? I told y'all before. I told my wife this other day. I said, listen, there's 2 people in this show I like. That's Helena and him. They're the 2 I like. They're probably the 2 good people in this show.
You don't like Bailey?
Who?
The Corliss granddaughter.
Yeah, I like so, but them. Okay, so when I say like,
on the Greens,
like they don't care about who got the throne. I don't want the throne. I don't care. Like they're innocent. They truly good people, right? They don't want to see people die. All that type of stuff. Like she's good, but she still kind of wants a piece of something. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying, like for them, she's
still questioning it too. If her husband / brother is supposed to really be on the throne, so that is a pretty big part too for her to still question it. So yeah, I get what you're saying as far as her being a good person.
Yeah, because these folks like they just don't want nothing to do with any of this stuff going on. They don't want to be part of the Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? They want to just live their lives. Like you said, Helena wants her children to be safe and sound. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't care about being the queen. You heard that part where she had the conversation with Allison when she talked about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you gave me away to my brothers. Well, I mean, we were just trying to. No, I wasn't trying to hear that. I didn't want that. Why didn't you just send me out to another castle with another family or whatever? Well, we had to do this and that. Which kind of leads back to when people. I was trying to tell my wife that she's like, oh, well, she was kind of being forced and all that stuff. I said, no, Allison deep down wanted to do that stuff. Because if that's the case, then you got a little bit of power now. You have the ability to kind of combat a lot of that stuff now. You're not doing it. You being a part of it. Now you're more selfish now because everything's kind of collapsing around you, whatever. You had no choice. But like she kind of had a little say, she kind of was going along with whatever her dad was telling her to do and all that stuff. She liked it. She could have, like I said, she could have been queen, but like, no, you know what? I'm queen now. Hey, husband, because he would have listened to you. Hey, husband, get this man up out of here or whatever, right? She wasn't doing that. So yeah, like I said, good episode, man. We got 2 more episodes left, so I definitely can't wait. It's gonna be interesting, man. Everything is starting to kind of get set up here for the last 2 episodes, man. And I definitely can't wait to see what that leads to. Get y'all's Kaioken rating of this episode. What's your Kaioken rating of this episode, BA?
I'm trying to be like, just real critical and have an honest critique of it, but especially after the last rating. But nah, damn, this was a 9 for me. That
I'm about to say, like, what it makes you feel like? Did it like drop?
I'm trying to be like, that was just such a peak moment. How was the rest of the show? You know what I mean? And like, did it fall short or whatever? It's just I don't care. It was I was on cloud 9, so that's why I'm going to give it a 9. But no, it was definitely, you wait for the next episode. It's Corliss. I mean, dude, like 70 something, like he lived a long life he like 70 something going against all these people.
So he did die.
Yeah, they choked him out.
Oh, I thought they just captured
Came
him
up behind him.
killed him. Wait, no,
Yeah,
he turned around. It's like, who are you?
Yeah, they didn't necessarily show
Yeah, they didn't show nothing.
anything.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Like, did he die? And he remember it just showed that guy just staring there, like looking.
Right.
He was looking at was cool as in the background or whatever. And it's when it went to the credits or whatever.
What I'm referring to is the fact that this is probably going to be it, and if it is, if you reach like 60 plus, you know what I mean? Like you have lived a long life when it comes to Westeros. But no, it was yeah. I'm just give it a 9. It was the overall episode was good. Definitely kept you intrigued throughout the whole thing. And shout out to Colus's offspring finding a way to get that kiss in before all HE double hockey sticks break loose. So that's awesome.
I didn't see that. I did not see that happening in the show. I really didn't. But what you got, Cuz?
I give it. Yeah, it was a good episode. Oh boy, did irritate me though. The husband leaving it, going into left the dragon.
Oh,
it's like, my God.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Wait. How we feel about that scene? I need your opinion. How y'all feel about that?
You know what?
Who's doing too much?
Who?
He was kind of doing too much, but at the same time, I was kind of mad at her.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's so touchy, bro. It's so because she went through a lot, dog. It's a lot that they probably didn't show you. In a sense.
She said it, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
She said it, and I didn't know.
Yeah, so, she definitely got SA'd along the way, probably. You know what I mean? So she did all that stuff while you out here chasing dragons. But he like, yo, I just got something to get us to a whole nother. Like we ain't gotta deal with this no more. Like I got a dragon.
And you know what's crazy about that though? Remember, he told her that though. Remember when he left? He's like, yo, I'm gonna get us. That's when his daughter died and all that stuff. Yeah. And he was like, yo, listen, I'm trying to do something to where we have a better life. We ain't got to worry about what they dealing with on the Game of Thrones or whatever, right? I'm trying to set myself up for that. So now he do it. Now I think you know what I think though? I think she did it more out of hurt. She did it more out of hurt. Like you said, her brother died. She did go through some things. They're going through things right now in that city or whatever. So that's probably where she kind of coming from now. Like, well, damn, I've been, like you said, I've been SA'd or whatever. I've been, my brother died. He got murdered and all that type of stuff. And you weren't here. So it's kind of I think where she coming from. But at the same time, I was like, well, damn, I got the dragon now. I'm putting in the work over here. Let's go. You can get out of this now, right? You can get out of this. And she's like, I'm gonna leave my family or whatever, which is her sister-in-law and I guess her niece and all them. So yeah, I mean, she been through it. She went through it. So,
it's tough.
So I mean, I can't. It is tough. So, would you give it, Cuz?
I give it 9.2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 9.1 because you said 9 BA. You said 9.2. I'm gonna say 9.1. Yeah, bro. Have we given any episode below a 9?
What was that? I think we did episode 3 or 4. I think we gave it like a 8.
It was high 8s if we did.
Yeah, it was a high 8. Yeah. I think it was it's probably a high 8. I think that was the only one. It was when I think she was stressing when she first got the throne, and so it was just good storytelling.
Yeah, because that was just all her.
Yeah.
That episode, she carried it. Though.
Yeah. I think that was the only one, but it was still like y'all said, a high 8 though.
Okay. All right, fellas, we can turn this page, man. We got some Marvel news here. Let's go ahead and get into the main topic. See what we got here, fellas. Spider-Man Brand New Day is tracking to earn $800 million plus in its opening weekend worldwide, y'all. Let's see what we got here attached to that. Nothing. Okay. So we got some other Spider-Man news that's dropped here. So check this out here. It's why I don't have my old computer here. So check this out. Spider-Man Brand New Day has already earned $200 million at the global box office. So if y'all remember, Marvel starts their movies overseas first before they start them here. So that's probably why that's also the case. It says Spider-Man Brand New Day is tracking for 800 plus million worldwide opening, which would rank as the second biggest global debut of all time behind Avengers Endgame. Yeah, bro. So check this out too. Brand New Day debuts at a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. So we got some interesting news there. Let's see what we got here. Brand New Day. Oh, sorry, I already read that one already. But yeah, so right now it's debuting right now at a 93%. Matter of fact, if I'm gonna look at my phone real quick, I think it updated. Let me see. I know this ain't professional, as King would say. Brand New Day, Rotten Tomatoes. So right now it is at it's at 90% right now. So it dropped down 3%. I think it went from like 88 to 89, then to 90, I think. So I think it went from I should say 93 to 88 and then back up to 90%. So but I'm gonna get y'all thoughts on this, man. BJ, your opinion changed yet, man, on the projected weekend box office for you, man? After seeing all this?
So I heard some. I think Campus one said it that, or is either Campus somebody else was saying that the jump in projections was somebody said it online, and then people been quoting the person online, but it wasn't from official.
300.
Yeah, he was saying that before. He said when people started just saying the numbers jumped, he was saying that somebody quoted 300, and then people started quoting that person, but it's not like industry, like it's not like a Box Office Mojo or one of the people like that actually calculate the actual numbers.
Like Reddit or something.
Yeah, it was somebody like said on Reddit or something that just made a statement, and everybody's been running with it. And now the official people are reporting that number as if it's a real number because they saw somebody else reference it. So I don't know what the real number is. Like I said, I haven't seen anything. Like I said, Box Office Mojo's not updated yet. They haven't started showing any actual numbers come through. But like I said, I thought it was going to do. Like initially, I think I said around between 235 and like 250. I think was initially what I said for the opening weekend. So, like I said, I could probably see it taking up to about 275. I don't know if it's going to hit 300 opening weekend. That'd be because that put it right behind only Endgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I could probably see 275 if it gets hype, which it's been getting hype and it's gotten good reviews. Besides Spider-Man 2, probably the best reviewed so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this dip is surprising because like I said, I've been seeing it was right at 93, which was tied with Spider-Man 2 up until that point.
Yeah, because when I watched John earlier, he was at 88 and then it went up to 89. So
yeah, everybody I've seen that they liked it. The only thing I've seen people say was that there was no point in them doing what they've been doing with Sadie Sink's character. I've seen that multiple people say that. Like trying to keep it a secret, they said it's dumb to keep it a secret because the secret didn't make it better or worse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, so, and then I don't know, I showed you the video. Some dude who's in the movie at the premiere said,
yeah. I didn't see it until you sent it. I'm like, damn it, BJ, I don't want to see it.
Oh, dude, everybody do that. Yeah, that was the worst kept secret. Everybody knew who that person was, but it's like the fact that he just said it at the premiere, like, oh yeah, and I'm like, dude, come on. I was like, that's just. I'm sure the snipers got him right after. He'll probably never work again or walk again. But I'm sure they're gonna take him out.
Then they get like, Professor X then he ain't walking.
He'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life just because he said the wrong thing. And his name ain't Tom Holland.
What you got, BA?
It kind of goes to what they used. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you know how successful your film is going to go very, very early on within the premiere date. I remember when Netflix said, "Hey, man, we're gonna give y'all 17 days, and then it's coming to our service in a sense, right?" And like, what are we gonna do? A lot of these movies do make like the bulk of their bread within that first 2-week period, and then it's like pennies on the dollar afterwards in a sense, right? And to even get this type of predictions offhand is crazy. You know what I mean? So this does give you the the movie theater is not dead, kind of a thing. The Odyssey kind of, I guess set that tone. It just sucks that it took this long, but yeah, man, from the Odyssey to Spider-Man, like these two movies are going to be extreme. Shout out to Tom Holland, Zendaya,
And
John
John.
Bernthal.
John
Bernthal.
Bernthal.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like to be in these two movies within this back to back,
Back to back.
is crazy, crazy work. But yeah, man, it's just gonna be an awesome viewing. Can't wait to see it. But plus 90 on Rotten Tomatoes. The numbers looking good. The review so far is coming in. People are loving it. It's nothing negative like that. Other than that was the reveal. Come on, y'all could have showed us that. Y'all gave us all these goddamn all these other villains. Y'all can't slide her in. Like we knew, in a sense, right? So I mean, shout out to Slim. I think he's a singer. I think he's on the soundtrack. So I guess they give the soundtrack like this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to get across. I don't think that mistake will be made ever again. Hey man, we need you to sing this song, and
Don't say
person
nothing
A
else.
is going with person B, and then person C feel a certain kind of way. I need you to be person C. Well, who is person C? You don't need to know none of that. This person C is who I need you to be, and that's all you got to go by. And hopefully, you can perform and make a great soundtrack from that. But no, this is what it is, man. So yeah, I think he was definitely a singer, and I think he got some information maybe through the publication, just for him trying to do the singing thing, and they might get leaked out information to him or gave him information. But yeah, he wasn't supposed to say anything. I mean, he talked like he didn't have a care in the world. Like he signed no NDA, nothing.
Yeah, and the ending and everything. And the post credits. Like, dang, bro.
Yeah, it was that. But nah, but yeah. So like I said, so far so good. The year of blockbusters could be back. If Spider-Man holds his own, and we're gonna see what's happening. But shout out to the original great blockbusters, the great epics of the world from the Odyssey. This is good for the movie business.
Facts. What you got, cuz?
What you got, Big J? Look like you got something on your mind.
No, something just popped up. I don't know if y'all saw that from Michael Giacchino earlier. That so apparently he did an interview and then he retweeted the interview, but he said basically that they asked him about the Batman Part 2, and he said
he said he's doing the composing, right?
Well, he said there's not a world where Matt Reeves would let me not do it. He was like, that's what he said, and then he retweeted the article saying 100%, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was like,
Yeah,
all right, guess he's back in.
Yeah, he back. So we're getting a whole new soundtrack and all that stuff or theme music or whatever for Spider-Man in this movie, I think.
Yeah, they said it was because Michael Giacchino, the same one who did Spider-Man, did that, but they said what he was doing is he was taking themes from the original and so he's taking the original Spider-Man theme and then removing notes to indicate the state that Spider-Man is in and the stuff that he's missing in this new movie. Because he's alone and isolated because of the spell, and so he said he was removing notes to indicate the people that he's lost when he's in the new theme for this one.
Okay.
Cool.
What you got, cuz?
I just want to know how many theaters there are for it to run up 800 million in the opening weekend.
That's not domestic. That's all over the globe.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, but still, you still have like other movies. So that's just like Big J said, it hasn't truly been verified. But still, it's like that's what first thing popped in my head. It's like how in the world is there? How many theaters are there for it to be able to even hit that opening weekend?
Because you asking the wrong question. You need to be asking Big J, is he going to stick with that 1.3?
So it's 4,300 total screens in the U.S. that are set to show it, is what they're saying for this weekend.
So are you sticking with your 1.3?
I said, didn't I give a range 1.3 to 1.5?
Yeah, what you going with, Big J? Now he talking about it had the potential to make 800. 800 on his first opening weekend all across the globe.
I don't think it's going to cross 2. I still think it's going to be probably around in that one. I may go 1.4 to 1.6, but I don't think it's going to cross 2 billion.
We'll tie you with these safe numbers, dog. Tie with the safe numbers.
That's the same
Go
number.
ahead.
See?
Go 1.8 or something.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 12.9 billion. That's what it's going.
There you go.
It's going to make more money. People going to see it 12 times, even though they ain't got no money to buy groceries. They're going to go see this movie 24 times, and it's going to save the movie industry.
Hey, we just see folks go see.
I'm doing my part.
Sony's gonna buy Warner Brothers after this movie come out. They're gonna have so much money up. They're gonna go buy Warner Brothers and Paramount.
Shout to Paramount. Yeah, shout to Paramount.
Get them both.
No, oh my bad. Cause you got anything else? My bad.
No, it's just I'm just keeping this because East Coast is Spider-Man Day anyway, so I'm good.
Bro, they already talk about this right now is helping out Doomsday. The Doomsday trailer helped bump the numbers for this movie. People saw the Doomsday trailer and it bumped these numbers up. So I think that kind of something we kind of already knew was gonna happen. Is they're gonna both kind of go with each other and all that type of stuff, coincide and all that. But yeah, what would say, BA?
I heard somebody say amongst the social media engine that it's bringing belief back to the theaters, right? So especially knowing the first 10 years, with Endgame and Infinity War and Endgame, it's just like it was a belief of like, I can't wait to go. I know I'm gonna get a good product. I can't wait to be enjoyed. I can't wait to get away from whatever it is that I'm dealing with for the next 2 to 3 hours, in a sense. And it's like that was taken away from us through bad product of their own, in a sense, in which, a lot of them admit to it, some don't, but they knew that they wasn't performing as well as they should. And the consumer, we felt the same thing. So we're not going to support you because you're not coming up with better products. So, they upped their game, and then now it's like a sense of like, yeah, I can feel it's okay to believe again. It's okay to let my guard down and like enjoy this movie because I'm going to, because I know they're going to deliver. I can be critical afterwards, but I don't want to be critical like going into it and then they show me why I'm right, 10 minutes into the movie. Like that's a bad feeling to have. So I think for all of us like that, that's like really watching it is really trying to be fans again. Like, although we critique this stuff and we go through all these things and like, at a critical level, it's just like, I don't always want to do that. I just want to be a fan again. What I mean? Like the little kid in me wants to actually like be happy again. And they didn't do that part. So shout out to them. They all started to do that part from what it looks like. We gotta see the product. We gotta see the product, you know what I mean? But from the outside looking in, it's looking like they're heading into the right direction in which we can actually believe again. So shout out to that.
Go ahead.
Well, I think it's the overall. Remember, we saw the numbers for this year. As they said, they might end up hitting the 10 billion for the U.S. box office. Yeah. So it's just, I think it seems like it's across the board that folks are believing in the movies again when it comes to just good movies, good stories. What Big J always says, you make a good product, folks will show up. So that's what it's been this year. We've just overall have had good, for the most part, good products, going from crazy, scary movies or thrillers to your big box office that's hitting as well, or your small indie films that turn into a massive box office. So it's been a good year, and I think Marvel has timed their movies decently this year to be able to ride that wave as well.
That's a good point. What would you say, BJ?
I was pointing to Will. I'm like, see, look at him. He over there making good points. But what I was also going to tell y'all too is what I've been hearing on both movies is that this Spider-Man is one of Spider-Man and Doomsday. I'm saying Spider-Man brand new. They were saying that one with the practical effects, they're not doing everything is not CG. Everything's not being done in the volume. They're doing a lot of like in-camera shots, and like so it's going to look more realistic. It's going to look more tactile because people talk about it, even though everybody liked the first three. There was some stuff you could tell when it was CG, and the movement didn't look realistic, and so I think some of that they stole because they've gotten so used to doing everything with Tony Stark would show up with the Iron Man suit, he'd be wearing just a tracksuit, and they put the suit over him, and then that would be the whole thing. So it didn't look and have the weight of real movement. This is him in a real costume doing all the real stuff, or him and the stunt guys, and they said the colors brighter. And I like the fact that Dustin Daniel Cretton spent time going back trying to recreate comic covers in certain scenes in the thing. Like they said, he had like 20 covers that at certain points he tried to recreate during the shoot.
Yeah, and the video game too. They hit the video game.
All the fight scenes are based off the Insomnia video game.
But they also said the same thing with Doomsday. They said Doomsday is a lot less green screen, a lot less real people on screen.
So is this the Christopher Nolan effect? Because his whole thing is no CGI, so it's been heavy practical as well. We have what was it? Not Christopher Nolan, but I'm just saying since it was the most recent big movie. But you also have like your was it Godzilla -1, where that was heavy practical as well. So it's kind of, we've talked about it a lot that movies are starting to go back towards a lot of practical because it is overall it is cheaper because you're using your arts department, so it's just like it's an arts department setup instead of having to go heavy tech, because going heavy tech costs a lot more. The people, the time, and everything costs a lot more than your practical effect department when it's the artist creating. It should be balanced. It is what it is at this point. But yeah, the practical effect. So you're able to spend that money elsewhere within it by going more practical than before. So it's been happening.
That's why, like I said, when you don't do all CG suits, because it got to the point where even Captain America, the Sam.
Oh yeah, the helmet.
The helmet. I said, but they would make the cowl. They would go and CG the cowl to make the cowl stick to his face because in real life that's not how fabric works. And so I'm like, all that. Like I said, you may spend $100,000 just to make his head to make the cowl stick down. That's stupid. But they're trying to go for this certain aesthetic, and like I said, in doing all that, if you got to animate 24 frames a second, let's fix this. What I'm saying? You paying somebody to sit there and do that all day, and the quality's not there, and they rush stuff, and that's why the quality went down. Part of the reason the quality went down, and like I said, even they would do stuff where they would shoot stuff where they would try not to put effects in. Like remember, they stopped showing Hulk transform because that was $1 million every time he changed, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
it's like so they would show him he transform off screen. And all of a sudden he's on because even the transformation costs so much. So they would just be, let's just start with him being a Hulk and go from there. And like I said, and it wouldn't show stuff. And so, like I said, them doing it is going to be a better quality picture. And even like I said, they talk about Doomsday. They said Doomsday is one of the most beautiful films. Is what the Russos and everybody on the film. This is one of the most beautiful things they've shot because they said they tried to do everything in camera, realistic, and they said the colors pop. Everything's more comic accurate, like we've seen. The costumes are more comic accurate. We see the X-Men, they wearing black leather. They're wearing the blue and yellow spandex. And
yellow spandex?
Yeah, but what were you expecting? Yellow spandex? That's what yes, we were. So
yes, exactly what we was expecting.
They're giving us the Jim Lee stuff, all the real. They're giving us the actual costumes, and that's what everybody been asking for. Oh, except for B.A. He wanted the black leather.
No. So when you was talking about that, and y'all bring up a good point, and especially like Rel, it's just like we have to adjust. They have to adjust to us, and we have to adjust to them, and it's like it's a back and forth thing. But if you would have took a snapshot of how things was at a certain period of time, you was like, okay, CGI is the future, so let's go. You can't blame a movie studio for like, all right, we gotta double down on the CGI stuff and the computer stuff. No, we really don't want that. But we was trending to that, right? And then when you said the black leather, I thought about my time. I said that was X-Men. That was like 2000. Well, yeah, that's right off the Matrix. When like every movie, even Shrek was copied off the Matrix in a sense, right? So it's like, it's flows of eras of movies in a sense, and you have to change, or else if you keep things the same, and then once the people stop going, you can't keep going down that same path. You got to pivot. You got to do things. You got to do some things differently, and I think that's
before you lose the people too.
Before you lose them all. And I think that's what's happening now. They have pivoted to the point where it's a good median. Okay, we can go out there. We're seeing things like Sinners and Obsession. We're seeing things like the Odyssey and Spider-Man and stuff. It's a good pivot, and now we're embracing the movie culture again.
But let me throw this at you. So we talked about when it tipped too, and when I think it tipped too far, when it definitely was starting to tip too far. You remember 101 Dalmatians?
Yeah.
And 102 Dalmatians. Well, I think they had 2 actual dogs, and the rest was CG.
Oh,
and I'm like, why would you? And they said they spent like it was like 11 to $15 million animating dogs. I'm like,
what?
Wouldn't it have been
You
cheaper
can't
to
just
get
get
some
the real
dogs?
dogs.
You could have bought 100 dogs for like
and then donated them to
$5,000.
families. And then donated to families.
Gave them all away. They'd have been, hey, your dog was on screen. What? It will give it to you. You know what I'm saying? That you'd have been cool. But no, they were like, oh no, we're gonna see, because they got to the point where that was the default thought is we'll just do it in post, we'll just fake it all and put it all in CG. And I'm like,
quicker, just do it that way. Hey,
is it quicker though? Because when it takes 4 months to fix all that in post, I'm like,
well, I mean, because when I say quicker too, it's the fact that you got to train these dogs up. You got to make sure, so you got to clean up behind them. You got to make sure they eat, all that type of stuff. And the thing is with the computer is that I could just type it in and put it in or whatever, and bam, I'm good to go. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's I'm glad they're kind of going back to practical. You know what I mean? Because I think that'll be cheaper. That'll cut down on budget for these movies too. Now we ain't gonna be seeing these movies being ballooned up to damn near 300 million. You know what I'm saying, for production and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like you just said, cause we just seen Odyssey. He ain't used a lick of CGI in there, bro, and everything was practical. Whatever. You can't even tell. You can't even tell.
Well, and Chris has clarified that it's not that it's not that he's against it, but he's like, if it makes more sense to do it, because he said there's CG in all his movies. He says just he doesn't overly abuse it. He uses it when he needs to use it, but he doesn't, like I said, he don't try to make the whole movie CG. Like this, when they did the thing with the dudes in the silver in the Odyssey. He said 7-foot dudes and a bunch of short women playing those parts.
That was genius.
Yeah.
That was genius.
The Cersei part, like that was genius. They went with the old school wolf transformation with the pig.
Oh yeah,
It's like, this is incredible. This is incredible. Just the small things like that.
Yeah,
a lot of them have gone through that, and like we said before, I hope they learn the right lessons. It's not everything don't have to be practical if it doesn't make sense to be practical. Everything don't have to be CG. Once again, make good products, and everything doesn't have to cost $200. Like I said, everything don't have to cost $200 million because we saw from Backrooms and all. If you build practical sets, it is one cheaper, but you don't, like I said, you can tell a story and focus more on the story and build out and pay actors and do all the other stuff you need to do without spending $40 million on your special effects budget. If you do a lot of stuff in camera,
the green studio or the green sound room, whatever. Yeah.
Well, like I said, to do the volume, you got screens everywhere because that's how they shot The Mandalorian. They were talking about how you walk into a circle, and then they put screens everywhere around you, but you're in like a 10 by 10 room acting, and I'm like,
right.
It doesn't look right. It doesn't look real. So what's the point?
Don't bring up Backrooms, man. My wife still traumatized by that movie. But yeah, let's check out this last thing here, man. I want to get y'all thoughts on this. So David Johnson will reportedly appear as T'Challa in Secret Wars. So supposedly this is from Daniel RPK. I mean he's been hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? There have been some hits, but he's not like 100% on when he reports things. But I want to get y'all thoughts on that. But bro, what's y'all thoughts on? Have y'all been online? Y'all been hearing folks killing this pig? You heard? Okay, I thought it was just me. I want to get y'all's opinion on this, bro. Yeah, it is too. I sent it to you earlier. To the group earlier. This is getting crazy, man. I just want to get y'all thoughts on this. BJ, what's your initial thoughts on the backlash he's getting right now for being cast as Black Panther, man?
So I've seen people mad because he's not the real T'Challa. Like they're not replacing T'Challa. Like, We want to T'Challa the second. And I'm like, and I've seen people mad because it wasn't Damson Idris, and I've seen people claim that he should have got it because they believe the fan cast rumors that was out there, and just because some artist drew him in as a stand-in at some point. And like I said, I'm sure he was in talks. I think he was in talks with Marvel. And there's also rumors about the Lori Harvey theory. That's why he didn't get the part. I saw that too, which I thought was funny. It's like, but my thing is this. Oh, boy can act. We saw that in the movies he's been in so far and the TV stuff he's done so far. He won a BAFTA award already. He's talented. And like I said, I didn't realize he was as old as he is when he played a 16-year-old in the other movie. And even when he played Andy, I thought maybe he was like 22, 23. I didn't think he was no 30-something. So he's convincing and he looks young enough where he could play that role for the next 20 years if he need to. And so that's what you need. You need to build somebody that you can build around this universe. You don't need somebody that's like I said, you don't need somebody that's too famous because it's going to be too expensive. You don't need somebody, like I said, you don't need somebody, and I think somebody else brought up the dude on Double Toast and said he's not to the point where you look at him and you think, oh, that's that guy from this. You know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't been in so much stuff that you typecast him as that's that guy. It's not John David Washington. It's not, people who you've seen in 40 movies where that's their personality. Now so he's fresh enough where you can be like, no, that's T'Challa. That's what he's going to be known for. It's like Hugh Jackman. People didn't know Hugh Jackman before he did Wolverine. He was just he was a small time actor. A lot of those people didn't know who they were until they became who they were. So
he's a Broadway actor.
Yeah, to him and then even James Marsden. Nobody who knew James Marsden before he played Cyclops. And like I said, 20-some years later. No, whatever. Well, technically, I saw him and
he was on.
So that's my thing. Like, dude, I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, you got a good actor, but a relatively unknown actor, but people have seen enough of his work to know he's good at it, and let him go do it, man. It ain't all the rest of that stuff is just dumb. People that don't know what they're talking about.
What you got, B? What's your thoughts on it, man? Have you been hearing the rumblings online over this casting?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I say this. I don't. It was two actors that I couldn't get past. So I think that's the problem, right? Wasn't Desmond, right? Idris, like he just fitted. He fitted damn near perfectly, right? Still a up and comer. So like you're saying, like he's not necessarily a superstar yet or anything like that. I think that was a thing. I do believe the Lori Harvey situation, though. Like, come on, Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, they like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You'll probably say some stuff. Who is Michael B. Jordan calling about certain stuff other than your man that's married and stuff like that? Hey, yo, she did such and such. You know what I mean? So I truly understand that. So okay, I'm okay with that. But I did like Aldous Hodge being put in this role too. But I think he might be a little bit on the older side. But that's my guy.
He's almost 40, ain't he?
Yeah. So that wouldn't work either. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not shut it across. I'm okay with it. It's just. I got one question, and I don't know whether somebody need to answer this or not. I just gotta ask it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the deal with this situation underneath his eyes? Like, can we puff that out? Why is it puffy? And I'm not even like making a joke or nothing like that, but it's like that's I see everybody. It's there. Like, is something wrong? Is that's just the way he is? Like, can we press that down?
When the mask comes on, you're not going to even see that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's not T'Challa. All right, T'Challa shows his face.
The son, he's the son of T'Challa.
He's the son. Whatever the case.
He's more clandestine than his daddy was.
He needs to reduce the puffiness in his face. That's what he needs to do.
He's gonna put some shea butter on it. Not he's coming.
The shea butter is just gonna gloss in it. We don't need no gloss. we need a decrease. No, but hold up. Hey, yo, bro, where you at, bro? Hold up.
You just fell off camera.
I wasn't even trying to be funny. All right, hold up. Bro. On a real note, though.
Oh my God, man.
the son, T'Challa Jr. that was in BP2.
Right.
They modeled him to be like a Haitian type
Mhm.
of Wakandan mixture in a sense, right?
Right.
And I think the brother is part Haitian. I think he's like the
I think
London
Nigerian.
version of that in a sense. I think he is a little Haitian. So
It's kind of like DV, Big J.
I thought they said he was Nigerian. Oh, that's what I thought. They said he
Oh,
was British with Nigerian background. I think both of him and because the funny thing is everybody thought that
I heard some Haitian background for him.
because the funny thing is
What
people
is the man?
when I googled it, there was articles saying that people thought that him and Damson should play brothers because everybody thought they looked alike. Because I saw a bunch of pictures of them together and stuff because they're both British, so they were like they've been working around the same time. They were like, oh, these two dudes definitely need to play brothers on something, and I was like, huh. I was like, so I think Marvel thought they was interchangeable, but let's see.
No, it's in Nigerian, Caribbean, and Swiss. So that was wrong there. So I couldn't even make that connection. I'm trying to find connections for the brother. It does not look like it's working out. So
what you got, cuz? Okay.
I want BA to go look up Toussaint, the kid who played Black Panther, and get his eyes, and then look at David Johnson's eyes. And
I
then
did
get back
that.
to me.
They look just alike.
And then get back to me. Oh, yeah. So for me, we had already talked about this on Sunday or Saturday when it came to once they announced that he was Black Panther, that we expected him to be in Secret Wars because then it will lead into you want him pop up in Secret Wars, have everybody's eyes on it, and then you can introduce him into his own movie, Black Panther 3. And then just go from there because at that point you'll also be introducing Storm at that point as well. So you have the combination of these the mutants, your Black Panther. All of it is a combination of all of it coming together. So this, to me, this is as soon as they announced it, this should have been a first expectation for everybody was that he's going to be in Secret Wars. Like it just makes sense for him to be in Secret Wars. You wouldn't want him to just his first movie to be Black Panther, because even for Chadwick, his first thing was Captain America was the Winter Soldier or Civil War. So it just makes sense. Like you brought him into this movie where it's a group of players now, and then he had his own movie. So you got to do it the same way. Bring him in with a group of players, and then have his movie. So it just makes sense. You see the eyes, yeah.
I don't see what y'all see, but go ahead. That boy got regular eyes. That boy got regular eyes. Don't do that.
Regular. What are you trying to say?
It ain't got the puffiness underneath of it. That's different. That's not the average person. But you just try to make a comparison. I just didn't see the comparison.
They do look alike. They look
alike, but he ain't got the puffiness underneath his eyes though. That boy got regular eyes.
Because he ain't been up late studying scripts and stuff.
This man is always with the puffiness. Every time I look, I say, why is your eyes puffy?
He walked all that miles, man. He tired.
He tired. He tired.
That man walked a mile at tops.
Whoa, sir.
Boy, they watched for like a week. Was it a week in the movie? I think it was like a week, I think. But listen, bro. Before the backlash, a lot of these it's come from a lot of people who haven't really seen this kid, like you said, BJ. Seen him in any movies, any shows he played in, because that's the first thing we said when we found out he got cast. Like, okay, now listen, I'm with you, BA. I'm with you. Cause my wife said the same thing. She was like, I was expecting, Didris, but this guy's a good actor. That's fine. I'll take it. And I said the same thing. I said, like I said, we've been talking about. I've been saying Didris gonna get the role for 18 years, and we found out he didn't get it. Right. All this, I kind of figured it wasn't gonna be him, but if they had said it was gonna be him, I wouldn't have been mad. But I think, like you said, I think they want to kind of go younger, especially with them trying to introduce Rogue and all that type of stuff and being a love interest for him. So I figure they'll probably go younger, especially with them going younger with the X-Men in here in the MCU. So um I wasn't really super surprised by that. I wouldn't be tripping if they did do that, but I kind of figured they weren't gonna go that route. But I really did think it was Idris. But like I said, this is one of them guys. When we was trying to guess, like, man, if it's not him, then who is it gonna be? This is not a name that popped up. But it's one of those guys. It's like, oh, it's kind of like Kyle Chandler. Remember we had those rumors who's gonna be Hal Jordan in the show, and then all of a sudden we hear it was Kyle Chandler. We're like, oh, you know what? That was not a name that came to mind. But okay, I like, yeah, but it works. You know what I'm saying? I like the pick. It's kind of like one of them cases, man. Like I said, we know how good this kid is as an actor, man. BA hit the nail on the head.
32.
Sorry, I keep saying that because, like you said, the roles he
played. I said the same thing. I said
the same thing. Keep throwing me off. Yeah, but you're right though. He is 32. I keep throwing me off. But like BA was saying too, the fact you BJ, one of y'all said the fact that if when you're not typecasting him now, right, he can grow into this role, which the backlash, Big J. I don't know if you've really been noticing. It's not the backlash you think it's gonna come from. It's us.
Yeah, of course.
That's the backlash. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Like I said, people were mad because once again they didn't make him the T'Challa. And then, like I said, the crazy thing is people are mad because like, oh, he's not who we thought it was gonna be. But like, and they're like, well, why did they let boy be in that Vogue show? And then somebody went back and said, they're like, that wasn't Disney sponsored. They said they used some of the actors from the movies, but they said Vogue picked the people who were on stage. That's why the other dude, Reggie John Page, the other guy who was up for T'Challa a long time ago, was also on stage right next to him. And nobody ever talked about the fact that both of them was on stage together. Everybody focused on, well, he was right there, Damson Idris. I'm like, look at the same picture. The other guy's there too. Ain't nobody saying, oh, he should have been black. I'm like, so all that is just people who talking because they're mad. And people always, like I said, we're the same ones that tore up, what was that, Gabby, the gymnast, because they talking about her hair was messed up. I'm like, she just want to gold medal. Shut up. I'm like, that girl just want to gold medal. You worry about her hairstyle? That's the problem with us.
You know what's crazy? It's two fronts for us right now. The women are mad because Shuri's getting replaced. I don't know if y'all seen that online. It's a whole slew of them mad because Shuri's getting replaced. That's one.
She was a placeholder.
She always been a placeholder.
But you know what? This is why I was telling you a minute ago, BJ. When you was arguing with them folks, I said, bro, you gotta leave it alone. Get out of there. I'm not doing it no more, BJ. As I'm getting older, bro, I'm starting to realize. Me and King just brought this up on the show. You heard us. I'm not doing it no more, bro. To keep my peace of mind, I'm not arguing with people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. First of all, I don't know if you saw that one video that one lady was talking about. So I don't know if I saw the pictures of him walking with some white lady or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so she talking about, oh well, Ron Coogler, we got to call you up to the front, this and that, because we need our Black Panther needs to be somebody who with a black woman, da 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 da. And it's like, first of all, you don't know who that woman is. That could be his publicist. You don't even know, because first of all, he's walking behind her the whole time. He wasn't walking holding hands and they were dating. It's somebody he knows. That's one. Two, they got ish to do with what he's gonna do on the screen. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with it. And the part that gets me too, the part that get me, Big J, is the fact that these are the same people who have not picked up one single bleeping comic book, and you're gonna sit here and tell us what the criteria should be. I'm like, this don't make no sense to me.
But see, they wouldn't scramble to find that one picture, because I found a picture of him at an award show with a sister that would give Jamie Lawson a run for money. No, they don't look at that. No, I know. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about him with the fine sister with that black dress on.
That's foolish. The fact that you said someone was close. That's yes.
I had to get you, dog. I had to get you, dude. But no, when I went and looked that night, and I was like, who are these people? I want to see. And I found a picture, I'm like, I'm like, who is she? So I went down the rabbit hole. They were in some show together, but I was over in England, and I'm like, So I'm like, I need to find this show.
Bro, I got pushed back a little bit, bro. The fact that Chadwick never had that issue of dating outside, as he has a black wife in a sense. It's like so many people championed this original movie back in 2018 when it came out. Like it was ours in a sense. So a lot of people did take that to heart, as in like, you know how many people was doing this and stuff. Like, we all know we was a part of it. It was a cultural phenomenon, but it was a cultural phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? It was a blockbuster, but it was also a cultural thing. So, in a lot of people's eyes, that role is like almost prestigious in a sense. It's like, hey man, you just can't get that role just to anybody, and so I don't think the brother is. I never looked into it like that, but if he is locking arms with, particularly someone of a different race, it's like you're gonna get a lot of pockets more so than just people mad at Shuri's not the Black Panther saying I can't support this like this anymore, in a sense, because they put no one asked to be put on that pedestal. Let me first say that, but you're gonna get people saying that.
Let me ask you a question, BA. Do you think that Chad would have been looked at the same way if people had found out he was sick before he got sick?
I think he would have been looked at even more as
people would have been doing the same thing they're doing to him right now. Why are you getting somebody who's sick to do this? Why can't you get somebody else? They would be doing the same thing. So that's why I say when these people, acting is a job. You get hired to do a job. Now you can go out here and steal cars on the weekends. Nobody would know about it, right? But are you going to work on a 9 to 5 and doing your job every day? Yes. Right. So for him, your job is to come in here and give a great performance. Are you a good actor? Yes. Are you going to give us a great performance? Sure. Right. I don't care. You can be dating 25 women on the weekends. I don't care about that. If you come in here and knock it out the park as Black Panther, if you can give us the performance that we're looking for this character, give us something to believe in with this character, I don't care about none of that. As long as he ain't out here raping women and doing all kinds of stuff to children, that's cool with me. You could date whoever the heck you want. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Just do your job. You get paid to be an actor, not get paid to be the greatest father of all time or the greatest husband of all time or to date a particular race of women. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's a totally different situation, a totally different subject, you know what I'm saying, to have for another day. But for this particular movie, I don't think that stuff is important. Because most of the folks who are saying this stuff, BA, I'm guaranteeing got a bunch of skeletons in their closet too. Who are you to point fingers at this dude? You don't know nothing about this guy. So instead of you actually judging him on the merits of acting, you go digging for something else. Man, who you best friends with? Who your cousin know? Where your mom at? Ain't that got to do with anything. We're looking for Black Panther. Can you play Black Panther? Cool. You see your filmography? Cool. An Oscar caliber type of actor? Cool. Like Jay just said, a Bappa? Cool. Get him in here. Now, unless they come in here and say he slapped up women or whatever, I'm cool. These people are just mad, like what I was just saying a minute ago. It ain't got nothing to do with who we dating, BA. It had nothing to do with that. The thing is, people are mad because it was not Idris. Like I said, hey, I'm upset. Y'all know I've been saying Idris the whole time. I'm like, I'm guaranteeing it's gonna be Idris. But because it wasn't, and you got this guy, okay, cool. He's a good actor. Now, if it had got him and didn't get him and get Terrence Howard or something, okay, I'm in here flipping over tables. Like, what are we doing? Right? that would have been far left field. Like, you know what? I might have to pump the brakes on that or whatever, right? And then on top of that, one more thing. Who's the one who picked this guy?
Your boy, Ryan Coogler.
And Coogler we trust.
That's what I'm about to say. Since when are we going against Ryan Coogler? You know what I'm saying? If Ryan Coogler picked him, I told my wife the same thing. Listen, Ryan Coogler signed off on the dude. He literally came out there and said, I went to Feige and said, that's my Black Panther right there. Hey, Ryan Coogler, you can do no wrong right now, sir. Have at it. Direct this guy to be one of the greatest superhero comic book movies of all time. That's all I care about. I don't care who that dude dating or whatever the case is. Like I said, as long as he ain't doing nothing to kids, slapping women up, running over old women in the streets in his car, whatever on the weekends, I really don't care, man. I really don't. And I know as soon as this movie come out and it's good, people gonna completely forget about what they said. It's happened throughout throughout history of movies. Like I take you back to Batman '89. Gotta take you back to that. Man, I don't want Mr. Mom as Batman. Now guess what? As soon as he left Batman, everybody crying. Oh my God, I can't see nobody else playing Batman but Michael Keaton. But dang, y'all were just saying this Mr. Mom. Why he got to be out here? You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen it so many times with these fans, bro. That's why like I was telling Big J, you got to step back from that stuff, bro. The folks start getting all emotional, start getting personal and stuff like that, bro. Don't know what the hell they talking about. Let it come out, bro. And if it's bad, then you kill it accordingly. But until then, bro, let's see where it goes with it. Especially with somebody like Ryan Coogler who has a track record. If Ryan Coogler signed off on it, I'm sitting back to see where this goes. It's interesting to me. Let's see what he's talking about. But we can say, BJ, my bad.
Huh?
Hey, what is all this?
All right, that's for BA.
Oh, BA, you guys look at that. That's the picture.
Yeah, that's the picture of him at the award show.
Let me see this real quick. Bro, dude look young as Blake, bro. I don't know. Maybe they will make him younger.
I mean, he looked young.
No, I'm talking about like he's 32. I'd probably say he's like 21 or something. Cause what is he, 6 in the movie?
He was 6 in the movie. He was the actual dude is 11 years old now.
So a 10-year jump.
They could.
I wonder how that's gonna work. Because it ain't been 10 years since the kid was in the movie. And
it was talking about like that people was giving their thoughts on that. Maybe with Secret Wars, there's some type of time jump that's crazy. If you on a certain planet or a certain area long enough, you age faster than anyone else. Stuff like that.
Different in these areas.
Like it could be like the blip. Like I said, they may have been gone for however long. By the time everything comes back together, boom, he's 32 years old. So make him 26.
I don't know if y'all heard the premise of the movie. Supposedly it's going to be him wrestling with, well, not him per se, but like Nikita does not want him to be Black Panther. She doesn't want him to have that same burden his dad has. So it's gonna kind of be like a not coming to Jesus moment. What's where I'm looking for? Where it's like he has to kind of coming to age. There you go. So it's like if that's the case for the movie, and it's happening, they're saying it's going to happen after what happens in Secret Wars. How's he going to be Black Panther in the movie?
They may introduce him or something, but remember that. So that was supposed to be the original premise of Black Panther 2 before Chadwick died. It was supposed to be him teaching his son, and him and his son were supposed to go on like this adventure where he became a man, and he taught him how to be a man on that adventure. And so that may be the same
thing.
The
son was the plan the whole time.
Yeah,
because remember that phase, it was all about the kids. That had his kid. Yeah. And like everyone was talking about the kids in a sense and moving them forward in a sense. So he was just another part of that.
Yeah, T'Challa's gonna be a father like his daddy was, and then they're gonna be. I guess they're gonna bring his son up longer, but because he died, they're rushing the process. But yeah, he was gonna be his kid. So and then
the weird part is. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So maybe like him going on that same whatever journey that they were going to go on together, he may have to go on by himself, and whatever challenges he has to face, to where he does his rite of passage to become a man, to prove himself worthy to be the next Black Panther.
I would love to see him and Lupita next to each other, and it's like that's the thing I got to get past. Like he's supposed to be significantly younger than his mother, and and he's not, because Lupita looks younger than what she is in a sense. So
let's say age up.
Yeah, I mean, give her gray hair, I guess. That might help.
That's what I would think.
She's 43, so she ain't. She just.
Yeah, she's 11 years older than him.
I mean, in some neighborhoods in Maryland.
All right, what's next? Are we going to the comments now?
Precious.
Look, he questions the comments, man. We call this a night, man. Boy, y'all just keep entertaining, boy. I like it. Check it out. Got CJ in the building said, yo, what's good, fellas? What up, man? What up?
What up, man?
Pluto says, now that we finally here, I can say this movie was a miss. Cool bending and animation, but the voice acting for some characters was a struggle for me. Yeah. And writing gave me Korra vibes. Damn. I can't be mad at what Pluto just said. I can't be mad at what he said.
Yeah, Pluto.
Yeah, Pluto kind of, he's speaking real facts on that. I ain't gonna He also says, "We like the way." Famous last words. Yeah, bro. You caught them 3 arrows, one to the face. Pluto says the third arrow always hits when the character looks back and realizes it's over. It's a nice detail, bro. That was crazy.
Out of there.
Yeah, you got to move out there quick. Just I want Rihanna. What's how spell her name? I'm tripping.
Raina.
Renera.
To hit Allison with the T'Challa, every breath you take is a mercy for line. So every time she kept trying to feed her case.
Here, line. Look, there was a segment in this joint where she kept pushing and kept pushing, and like, well, look, let me get away with this. Well, let me do this. Well, take care of her and do this and do this. I said, yo, you talking to the queen? She can just cut all your heads right now, and it's nothing.
What she say, BA? What she say at the end of all that? She's like, listen, you baby lucky I'm letting you. You know, I'm giving you what that because she cut off the court yard time and all that stuff. So you can't do that. You be lucky I'm at least doing that. Because if anybody see you with her belly out or whatever, I gotta do something else.
I gotta do it now.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing you a favor. You should never did what you did. But yeah. Pluto says I like the line when she said you smell different. The dragons are like wet dogs. Yeah. Smell like fire and ash. The aiming stuff wasn't hitting for me, so I gotta give this an 8.
You know, that's one of those things you just gotta keep watching until it's over. Shout out to Alice though. She got a body. She got she snuffed the old boy in the horse ranch.
In the barn.
In the barn, Joe. Snuffed
She ain't like her son though, BA. She ain't like her son. Asleep. Great shank. Salam says, "What's up?" Cats are saying that this is the best Spidey ever. Orloff is saying 800 million first weekend. Yeah, he said it on John's show. That's what I'm trying to tell Big J, man. He's sticking with that. He said after this first weekend, it's only gonna make 500 the rest of the week.
Drop off.
Yeah, that's what Big J said. CJ says, "I hope Spider-Man is the highest grossing movie of the year." Okay. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it fares.
Higher than Doomsday?
That's what I'm saying. We'll see how it fares against Doomsday. We'll see. Salam says, "What's the biggest criticism of the cast? The wildest to me is the outrage of Shuri not being Black Panther, which is what I was saying, Black Panther anymore. Another him being too short. Big J. He said, I think he has the gravitas to play the king. Okay." Hey, you talking to BJ on that one, Salam? He said he needs superheroes to be 6'2" and above. What he said. Salam says too many cloud chasers trying to call the shots in a genre they know nothing about. That's what I'm talking about. Salam. The girl was online. I think I sent it to y'all because I said, man, I'm like you what you said? If I was killing her in the comments, I only went back and looked at the comments. It was killing her. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
and they didn't say anything about comic book.
Bro, dude said you know who this character was to past 2018. Well, yeah, I mean, like, man, shut up, man. What are you talking about? But yeah, man, listen, we definitely appreciate y'all, man, out with your boys for another episode, man. Listen, we will be back here again on Saturday. So we're gonna have
we're not doing Thursday.
They're gonna have a spoiler discussion with Spider-Man on Saturday morning, y'all. So they kind of give folk time, cuz to go watch the movie, man, and come back and join us. What you say,
me and Will gonna actually do a live show Thursday night. Do our
we in it. It's good.
Man, some people can give y'all nothing out here.
It's a reaction.
Is it? But yeah, we're gonna be back here on Saturday, y'all. Like I said, we'll talk about Spider-Man on Saturday and any other news that's dropping. So join us for that. Also, too, I don't know if we got some more. Just said thank you, guys. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Salam as well. Appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back here on Saturday. Hit that subscribe button if you do. Shout out to the folks who just subscribed to the channel, man. Appreciate y'all too. We do this every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning, y'all. So follow us over here. Hit that subscribe button. If you're over on Twitter, we ask you come on over here to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button as well. We'll be back here on Saturday, y'all. We're talking Spider-Man, brand new day, y'all. We here. Some folk gonna see it tomorrow. I don't know who it is, but some folk gonna see it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna talk about it on Saturday, y'all. So join us here on Saturday. With all that being said, man, it's your boy Rail. Got Cuz in the building, Big JBA's Cuz We Geeks. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. All right. Y'all stay geeked out here in these streets. And we out.